These two didn't have enough innings to actually letter, but they were, Tyler threw in a varsity game and was a valuable part to our team. And then Wyatt DH'd in 5 or 6 games, so we gave them a provisional letter. If they letter next year, then they get 2 letters. These are our letter winners. We're actually going to start with Carl Merrifield. Carl lettered for being our manager. I didn't have a manager the first 2 weeks of the season, and Carl came along, and now I can literally just give him my key and everything set up by the time I get down there. So Carl is a huge part of our team. He was sick yesterday, and we kind of all knew it because we were all doing things that we didn't normally have to do. Like I said to Matt yesterday, and it was just not that great. So thank you. And then the next one is Toby Rethal. Toby technically did not have enough innings. However, I went to Toby at the beginning of the year and said, "Hey Toby, I need a scorekeeper. You want to do it?" And he said, "Yeah." And so Toby shows up to practice every day ready to go, and nobody else wants to keep score every single day. And Toby does. He loves it. He sits next to me on the bench, and we're learning the game of baseball together. And so Toby gets a letter for that. So. The rest of these are all letters on innings. Peyton Pearson, Ian Couch, Cameron Gray, Ian Couch, Ethan Green, Weston, Colton Wilson, Colton Prunty, James Curtis, Wyatt Green, Dawson Butter, Cole Testerman, Alright, we have 6 special awards voted on. These are voted on strictly by the players. I have no input on these whatsoever. So, these are all based on player votes. The first one we're going to start with is the Silver Slugger Award. That's usually given to the best hitter, and in this case, that award is given to Wyatt Green. Wyatt had a 455 batting average of 30 hits and 23 RBIs. He also had 16 stolen bases, but I didn't want to say that because he talks about it way too much. Next one is Gold Glove, and that one is going to go to Colton Prunty. Colton, in the middle of the year, we switched actually Colton from shortstop to second base. And I think at the beginning he wasn't too happy about it, but I think he actually loves it now. So, he had a 811 fielding percentage. So, every 8 out of 10 times he gets the ball hit to him, he fields it. So, pretty solid right there. Most improved is going to go to Cole Testerman. So again, in the middle of the season, we put Cole at shortstop. We just flipped the 2 of them. Cole has an 875 fielding percentage with 5 errors at shortstop, and so he's getting hit ball hits in quite a bit. So very, very proud of Cole. Cole needs to keep working, and he can eventually be all-state if he keeps working. Oil can. Peyton Pearson. Peyton, oil can award is something that gets banged up a lot. You just kind of like an old car, you kind of just put some oil on it and then it keeps going. That's what we do with Peyton. So Peyton has been hit by a pitch 9 times, which doesn't sound that much, but when you're getting hit with 72-mile-an-hour fastballs in the back, that's a lot. So we got him out there. He got himself a pad, so he didn't get hit anymore. He actually got hit in the elbow and was huge in 29. And then he's always got torn up knees, everything. So Peyton, and he doesn't complain about it too much. But we appreciate what he does. MVP. This person led the team in batting average, hits, home runs, and got second in RBIs, and it was the captain of the team as the catcher, Weston Littrell. And then this last one is kind of special to me. This is the Les Holgren Memorial Award. I moved to Association when I was a fourth grader, and my dad, I got to meet Les Holgren once. So I was a fourth grader, so obviously when you're a fourth grader you don't remember too much, but from what I've heard and what my dad has told me and what people around the community told me was he always did things right. Everything was always done right. And so I want to honor the person on our team that always does things right. He's always a leader, never getting in trouble, getting stuff done on the schoolwork, and that type of stuff. So that person this year for the OCC baseball team is Weston Littrell. All right, well that's all I have. If you don't have anything to do at 2 p.m., which you do, you'll be at school. We would really appreciate it if you guys could come watch us in Willisville. I think we have a really good shot to play with Franklin, and then we will either have Willisville or Central Heights. So we're really looking forward to it. See if we can go make some noise in regionals. Thank you all. Good afternoon. Let me introduce myself. I am Coach Cerner, co-head coach of the high school softball team. I only have that title because technically I'm just the assistant coach, only because Coach Tammy Cerner says it's okay. So, first off, I'd like to thank Mr. Heward, who does a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, setting up transportation, taking care of the umpires for us during the season. Parents who are able to be in attendance today, thank you for all your support this year. It's been a privilege to coach your daughters this year and look forward to finishing out the season with them, and for the ones that are able to return, many more years of success for them. Jen in the office, who does a great job of setting things up for us, just keeping things in order, getting the certificates for the girls for today ready, making sure that we're getting dismissed. Teachers that are able to be in here today, thank you for working with our student athletes to stay on about getting arrangements for making up assignments or making special arrangements for after school to let them take a test. That's greatly appreciated, so we can do what we need to do on the field. The Lady Indians finished up their regular season last night. Unfortunately, a couple tough losses on the road at Wabaunsee to make us finish at 13-7. We finished 10-4 in Flint Hills League play, which put us in third place for the year. So back-to-back seasons of league play, where last year was second, this year was third. So still a strong showing for the girls, and that's contributed to their hard work and everything that we ask them to do. Regionals for us will start Monday in Council Grove against West Franklin, who we swept during the regular season. We play them at 3 o'clock. So hopefully, the next couple days, talk those softball girls up, give them some confidence for them, so we can go into regionals and take care of business. With that being said, I'm sure I left something out, forgot something. When your name is called, Indian softball player, would you please come up to receive your certificate? First one is Jared Stevens. Some of you might know Jared. He is our manager/assistant coach this year, as he is attending K-State East up north. So he couldn't be here with us today, but Jared is a great asset to our team and program with helping get things ready for practice, games, cheering the girls on, keeping things exciting and very interesting. He's the brother to Jasmine Stevens, senior this year, and so we greatly appreciate Jared and all he does for us. Which leads us into first senior Jasmine Stevens. Come on up.
Second senior, Courtney Mitchell. We'll go right into the juniors. Sean Boyer, Katie Farmer, and Alex Herman. Sophomores, Leslie Holford, Jordan Sadie, Carly Gardner, Taylor Lamb, and Kate Heiser. Freshmen, Taylor Kirkpatrick, Kirsten White, Hayden Cerna, Trista Anderson, Danny Kearns. Okay, so in closing, if you'll just honor these girls with one last round of applause for their accomplishments this year and wishing them the best in regionals. Thank you.
Hey guys, Coach Kramer, golf coach here, second year coach of golf. So this season so far has been really great. Last year we had 6 golfers go out for golf. This year we had 12. So the program has been growing. That allowed us to have enough people to field a full JV and a full varsity team, which was awesome. So if you guys did golf this year, go ahead and come on up. I will go over a few highlights as they are coming up. So a few highlights from our JV squad. We had 4 JV tournaments this year, and we competed very well in each one of those. At the Lamont tournament, Cody and Wyatt took 3rd place with a score of 46. At the Burlington tournament, Skylar, Gunner, and Garrett took 1st place with a score of 39. And Colton, Brock, and Trevor took 2nd place with a score of 40. In the Springs, Trevor and Brock took 2nd place with a score of 46. And Cody and Wyatt took 3rd place with a score of 48. So they had a lot of top finishes in the JV. These guys worked very hard every single day at practice. They improved a lot as the season went on. I see a lot of potential in them, and I'm looking forward to having them golf with us, hopefully their entire high school career. So I will pass some things out to them. Mr. Garrett. Okay, then for our varsity squad, we had 8 players who competed on varsity this year. They competed in different tournaments. A few of the highlights from the season: Colton Mitchell competed in one varsity tournament, shot a 114. He also helped out our JV team and did very well with that. Cody Medlin, he has a love for golf, and him and his brother, they go out on the weekends quite a bit. I can tell that's helping his game. He competed in 4 varsity tournaments and tied his personal best with 114 at the league tournaments. Skylar Carnes competed in 3 varsity tournaments, shot personal best 98 at the Rossville tournament. Skylar definitely brings a lot of energy to the team. It's been a joy to have him around. Tyler Medlin, rather quiet personality, but he never lets situations bother him, which is really great. He's continued to improve since last year and is now breaking 100. He shot a 96 at the league tournament and placed 10th, which put him on the all-league team, so that was awesome. Gunnar, young golfer, very talented, can hit the ball very well, and is really starting to put his game together, which is cool. Has a positive attitude. At the league tournament, he shot a 95, which placed him 9th at the league tournament, and he got on the all-league team because of that. Derek Cooley did not go out his sophomore year, but decided he wanted to try it again this year, and I'm glad that he did. Derek's been a great asset to our team. He shot a season best 97 at the Emporia tournament. Trent Polinsky has had a great season. He's very consistent with his game. He shot 82s at both the Council Road and Hidden Springs tournament, and was named to the all-league team. Trent unfortunately had to sit out a few tournaments due to a minor surgery on his arm, but he was able to get back for the league tournament, and then he will also be with us for regionals and hopefully state. Brady McDowell is our only senior on the team. He has done a great job, but sometimes struggled with his mental game a little bit, but at the league he really put it together, and he finished 4th place. He tied his season best, shooting a 94, and was named to the all-league team. So, this is our 2018 golf team. Give them a round of applause.
I'm going to go ahead and have all the track things come up here. While they're making their way up here, I'll go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to say good luck to the baseball team, the softball team on Monday at their regionals. Golf is Monday as well. So good luck to you guys doing that. I also would like to thank, excuse me, I'm reading the wrong lines. I'd also like to congratulate Mrs. Gallagher and the state forensics kids. I know it's probably technically not called a sport, but it is your season too. So congratulations on your season, your state kids. I believe state medals. I believe that was Olivia Lucy. So congratulations to you guys on that. Give a few thank yous, Mr. Hewer, for all the help that he gives. Mr. Hutton, the school board, for allowing me to do what I love to do. Booster Club for meal monies, or meal money when we go to state meet. Andy Lohmeyer for helping with track software, take care of the meet, running all the computer systems for us. Jen Hokeson for making certificates, letters and bars, pole vault sheets. Alan Carlson for setting up meets. He always comes and gets us when the bus breaks down somewhere, and he's got to get up out of bed and come find us somewhere. All the bus drivers, Gary Loman for taking pictures, all the teachers. I appreciate your guys' patience with kids missing school and being in and out of your class. I know it's a pain, but I appreciate it. I want to thank my assistants, and I actually have them all here, which is fantastic. This has probably been the smoothest season coaching that I've had in 10 years. With the addition of Coach Tice, having 4 coaches, we have been able to see every athlete, coach every different event, and it's been nice to have those guys to help me take care of everything. So I want to thank their families for all the time away, my wife and kids for all the late nights and not being home. I want to thank the parents. I can't really see if anybody's out there, but I appreciate you guys having such great kids to work with, coming to meet, support your kid. And obviously I want to thank the athletes. Every day, obviously, we ask these kids to show up and work their tails off, and we ask them to do it for 2.5 months. I asked them to do several other things along the way. This past weekend, you've probably seen a lot of these kids. We had a youth track meet on a Saturday, and I'm sure that was probably not what most of them wanted to do at 9:45 on a Saturday morning, but I appreciate them showing up and doing those things. So thank you to all my athletes. It's been a great season so far. We've had a lot of athletes really step up this year, do some great things, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit, but we don't have too much to mention yet because this Friday is league at Council Grove. Next Friday we will be headed to Fredonia for regionals, and then the week after that obviously we'll be headed to state. So athletes receiving a letter today, that means they scored in a varsity meet, which means they got somewhere in the top 6. Athletes today receiving a provisional, that means that they did not score a point, but they went to a lot of varsity meets, so they'll get a provisional, which means if they letter next season, then they'll get 2 bars, and then all other athletes will receive a participation award today. So, I hope you didn't just get those out of order. So I'm going to quickly call them up and give them their certificate. So actually, if you'll just hold them and I'll read them. So participation this year is Lena Lewis, Alyssa Campbell, Devin Lincoln, Hunter Zeit. Provisionaling this year, Austin Howland, Aiden Boner, Nick Bailey, Mackenzie McKinney, Elise Courtney, Lane Fager, Maddie Taylor, and Rachel Atkins. Lettering this year, Sarah Allen Custodio, Kenna Butterfield, Whitney Carnell, Claire Crawford, Sierra Hamlin, Jenna Hastert, Casey Hill, Cassie Jenkins, Amanda Kendall, Candace Foghorn, Aurora Lowry, Maya McHugh, Joy Steele, Brittany Wilkins, Michaela Zeller. I've got 2 right here in a row while I'm not mentioning it. We've got 2 managers, and they do a lot for us. They're constantly setting up things during the meets, or during practice, whether it's boxes or anything like that, carrying equipment to and from. At meets, they're kind of in charge of all the sign-out sheets, recording how people do. And so they'll letter this year as well. Bailey Weingarter and Faith Holmberg. Lettering Keegan Anschutz, Crimson Clark, Derek Cooley, Reed Crawford, River Davis, Brant Dayhoff, Adam Delecta, Gunnar Ford, Tucker Kimball, Kevin Lauber, Colton Mitchell, Blake Murphy, Luke Neary, Ryder Nettleton, Shane Orner, Wyatt Orner, Trent Blinsky, Dalton Schaefer, Noah Smith, Brayden Stromer, Walker Stromer, Carter Swindell, Dane Whalen, and Tyson Wilkins. And that's all the certificates, so I hope that's everybody. While I continue to go, these coaches will pass out the bars and letters and all that kind of stuff. So at this point, I do want to talk about our seniors a little bit. We do have 9 seniors, so I want to say a little bit about each one of them. I'm going to start with Casey. Casey this year, she's a 2-year letter winner, and in the next few weeks she'll be trying to qualify for state, the discus, and the javelin. Next is Cassie Jenkins, and Cassie is a 2-year letter winner, and unfortunately this year she did have to cut her season short. Next is Whitney. Whitney is also a 2-year letter winner. She went to state last year as an alternate, and she looks to get to state in the shot put. Dalton, he is a 3-year letter winner, and he also looks to get to the state in pole vault. Tyson, he is a 4-year letter winner. He is a 2-time league champion, and he has qualified 5 times for the state track meet. And I know for some of you that sounds weird, because he's only a senior, we haven't had state yet, but obviously you can qualify in 4 different events each season. So in those 3 seasons prior to now, he has already qualified 5 times. Braden Stronger, he is also a 4-year letter winner. He's a 1-time league champion, and he has qualified for state 3 times. Ryder Nettleton, he's a 4-year letter winner, 1-time league champion, he's qualified for state 3 times. Tucker Kimball, he's a 4-year letter winner. He's qualified for state 1 time, and he's also been an alternate another time. And then Carter Swindell, he is a 4-year letter winner, a 2-time league champion, a 1-time regional champion. He has qualified for state 4 times, and he has a state championship. Also, Carter will finish his career as our school record holder, and so far, and I'm going to say so far, with a throw of 200 feet and a half inch. And I know that probably doesn't mean a lot to most of you that are sitting out here in front, and maybe even to some of the kids who don't throw a javelin, but Carter has thrown 200 feet and a half inch, and the state record for 3A is 201 feet, 7 inches. So if the day of the state meet, Carter can have a PR of about 1.5 feet, he will be your 3A state champion and record holder, and I know he's kind of holding on to that, so we're going to keep trying to push him along the way. So those are our seniors. We will miss those guys. You can tell by the list of all their accolades, they were quite important to the program, and we will miss them very much. So a round of applause for those guys. Just like everybody else, this Friday at Council Grove, we do have league, so it'll be great to have people come out. I know we're sort of eyeing to go get those championships. Next week is Fredonia, and then obviously the following week at state. And I'll finish with this because I don't have a lot to say, but every year Catch It Kansas puts out a list of the top 16 kids in every event, and it tells you where they're ranked at in regionals. In order to qualify for state, you have to be in the top 4 at your regionals. So right now, in the state, I'm going to start with our boys. Keegan Anschutz is ranked 6th in the state and 1st in our regionals in the 100 meter. Our boys 4x4 of Tyson, Ryder, Crimson, and Brayton is ranked 16th in the state and 3rd at regionals. Our boys 4x8 of Tyson, Ryder, Shane, and Adam is ranked 9th in the state and 2nd at regionals. Tucker Kimball is ranked 4th in the state and 3rd at regionals in the long jump. Kevin Lauber is tied for 11th in the state and tied for 2nd in our regional. And obviously Carter Swindell right now is ranked 1st in the state and 1st in our regional in the javelin. Our girls, Joy Steele right now is ranked 11th in the state and 3rd in our regionals in the 800. Maya is ranked 13th in the state and 4th at our regionals in the 1600. Our girls 4x4 of Joy, Maya, Sierra, and Ken is ranked 13th in the state and 4th at our regional. Our girls 4x8, Joy, Maya, Ken, and Brittany is ranked 16th in the state and 2nd at our regional. Claire Crawford is ranked 6th in the state and is ranked 1st in our regional in the discus. Maya is ranked 15th in the state and 2nd in our regional in pole vault. Amanda Kendall is just outside of the top 16 and she's ranked 2nd at our regional in high jump. Brittany is ranked just outside of the top 16 and is ranked 2nd at our regional in long jump. And Whitney is ranked just outside the top 16 and is ranked 2nd at our regional in shot put. So as you can see, we've got a lot of top talent in the state, and we do have several others that are not right there in that top 16 that do have a good chance of qualifying for the state meter at Fredonia in 2 weeks. So should be a good last run for the last 2.5 weeks of the season. Obviously, if you can come out and watch, we always appreciate the support. But if not, we'll keep you posted somehow. And with that, this is your 2018 high school track team. Give them a round of applause. Seniors, you hang out. Everybody else, see you tomorrow.